Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Devils TV. This is your preview for Manchester United versus Arsenal, and it's going to be a very tough game in my opinion. I do feel like that Manchester United are going into this game as the underdogs. Arsenal were title contenders last season and they definitely strengthened this summer window. Also, speaking of the summer window, the transfer window is now closed, and just to rank it quickly, I'm going to give Manchester United's transfer window a 6 out of 10. I think the deals we've done are very decent, but the outgoings that should have gone haven't left, like Maguire, McTominay, Van der Beek, etc. And the deal just took way too late. So I'm happy with the quality of players we brought in, but like I said, with the outgoings and the time it took us to get these deals over the line just took way too long in my opinion. But some players are available in the game against Arsenal. We've got Sergio Reguilon and our new backup goalkeeper, Alte Biende, I believe his name is, and I do think he's a very decent upcoming keeper. I believe he's like mid-20s, and I don't really know too much about him, but we'll no doubt we'll do a scout reports throughout the week on what type of goalkeeper Manchester United have bought to be our second choice keeper. But how do I think this game is going to go? I do feel like that Manchester United are going to be a bit more confident into this game. We seem to have a lot more squad rotation available. Rasmus Højlund is also expected to be involved in this game. He is with the travelling squad. Whether he starts or comes off the bench is the mystery, but I do believe that Rasmus Højlund will be included and will be involved at some point in the game against Arsenal. But let's not discredit Arsenal. Now, I do think they're a very decent side. I don't know what's really up with them at the moment, why they're not playing their centre-back, Gabriel. I think he's a very decent player, and I don't understand why Arteta's not playing him at the moment. But Arsenal do have their flaws. I do think they still have a mistake in him. I don't think they're title contenders yet. But I do believe that with a team like Arsenal, they can beat anyone on their day. They are at home. We're going into their backyard, and it is going to be a very difficult game for Manchester United. I'd say United, we could say it's a good result if we do get a draw from this game. I am going to this game realistic. I am going to go for a 2-2 draw for Man United and Arsenal. And who's going to be United's key player? I'm going to go for Bruno Fernandes. The fact is now Martial will probably start over Rasmus Højlund. So with having a more consistent starting 11 with Martial, Rashford and Antony being the front three, no doubt that will allow Bruno Fernandes to get more comfortable when it comes to his playmaking ability and dishing out passes and knowing where each player is at the perfect moment. So I think Bruno Fernandes is going to be a key player in this game. But as well, I'm looking forward to seeing if Rasmus Højlund does play. I do think he will play. I don't think he'll start, like I said. I think it'll be Martial through the middle. But I do hope Rasmus Højlund does play because, again, he's been out for a few weeks now, and no doubt Erik ten Hag has been growing a bit impatient because he wants to get his new striker onto the field. Now, I think he'll have his starting debut at Old Trafford at some point, but right of now, I think that we'll probably see a cameo of him coming off the bench. And we know Erik ten Hag likes to make his substitutions around the 60th minute. But we're giving Arteta credit. I think he's a very decent manager. And I think Arsenal have really started to grow under Arteta's regime over the many-year period of him being in charge of the club. But Erik ten Hag, he's explaining his press conference about where Manchester United are going wrong at the moment. People are asking about the midfield crisis, about the injury crisis. And Erik ten Hag answered like this: injuries happen in football and there's nothing we can do about it. All we've got to do is be prepared and have players available for when them injuries do occur. And I thought it was quite a well-spoken response to the fact that Erik ten Hag, like he said, injuries are a part of football. You can't predict them. And if they happen, you've just got to deal with it pretty much. But with the midfield issue, he turned around and said that it's not just a midfield issue, it's also the wider players that aren't doing their defensive duties. So, for example, he said the fullbacks and the wingers aren't doing their entire defensive actions, which is what's causing so much space on the counter-attack. Now, I thought it was a well analysed way of looking at the team because so many people are accusing Mason Mount of being the issue for the midfield issue, but he wasn't even available against Nottingham Forest, and we still somehow won 3-2. So it's clear that the fitness and the identity of Manchester United at the moment is a massive mystery. And I think that going into a game like Arsenal, it is going to be very tough away from home As we know, Manchester United's away record against the top flight clubs has not been impressive over the last season. So hopefully we do manage to pick up a point. And if we manage to get all 3 points, I think that'd be an absolute amazing result. But if we somehow do get the 3 points, I would say that would be because Arsenal have a bad day at the office and Manchester United just get very lucky, because I just can't see us outplaying Arsenal tomorrow at the Emirates. So yeah, score predictions, I've said 2-2. I'll do a quick segment of my combined 11. So for me, I will go for Andre Onana. I don't rate Ramsdale. I think Ramsdale is a decent keeper, but if David Raya was starting for Arsenal, that's when we could probably have a bit more of a debate. But for me, right now, of starting players, I'm only doing players in the current team starting 11s, and injuries are also included. So for me, Andre Onana just edges over Ramsdale. Aaron Wan-Bissaka for me at right back. I do think Ben White's a very decent player, but I just still think he's more better as a centre back. I don't understand why so many fans are hyping up and being this average right back, in my opinion. I will go for Saliba as the right-sided centre-back, but I will also go for Martinez as the left-sided centre-back, and left-back I will go for Zinchenko. Now, for me, I would honestly go for a midfield three of Casemiro, Declan Rice and Bruno Fernandes. Now, I do really like Ødegaard, but I just think Bruno Fernandes is clear. I've got to back my captain. And Kevin De Bruyne even said in his interview with Sky Sports that Bruno Fernandes is probably one of the best playmakers in the Premier League. He put Ødegaard below him and James Maddison below Ødegaard. So for me, with an amazing player and who's an amazing career like Kevin De Bruyne, I trust his instincts and I go for a player like Bruno Fernandes over Ødegaard. Right wing, no doubt, Saka, one of the best upcoming talents in the world, in my opinion, and we're very lucky to have him as an English player. Hopefully, we can win the Euros later next season. Later this season when the Euros is going on. Striker, I think it's kind of a hard one. I'm going to put Rashford as the striker now. I know I say many times on this channel that Rashford isn't a striker, but I just really rate Martinelli as well, and I just don't think Jesus is available. So going off the top of my head at the time of recording, I go Rashford through the middle and Martinelli on the left hand side. But that is my predicted 11, and if not predicted 11, my combined 11. And if I was to pick a manager, I'm going to go for Erik ten Hag. So yeah, I think Arteta's a decent manager, but I'm going to back my bald Dutch amazing manager. But anyway, this has been the video. I'm not feeling very well, so if you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate all your support. We're very, very close to 800 subscribers. So let me know in the comments down below on what you think of Manchester United's summer transfer window and the score predictions for Arsenal. But anyway, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and have a good day. See you later.